Using the library's Discovery Search allows you to search for most of the library's resources all at the same time. The Discovery tool searches for physical items on the shelves in the library and items available online, such as ebooks or articles from almost all of the library's databases. The Discovery tool is most helpful when you are just starting your research and you want to see what types of resources are available. For very specific research questions, you may find it more helpful to search individual databases. To use the Discovery search, head to the library's website. Make sure that you've selected the tab that says Search All Library Databases and then enter your term. Many searches will show a research starter as your first result. The research starter is usually an article from a subject-specific encyclopedia that can give you some background information on your topic. In addition to the information contained in the article, you may want to look for some of the resources mentioned in the article's bibliography. The next resources you will likely see appear in your list are books from our campus collections or ebooks that can be read right from your computer or other device. Ebooks will be labeled as such and will often have a PDF icon in the record. Print books will show a location and a call number in the record. If you'd only like to search for physical items available on either campus, you may want to use the library catalog instead. You may have noticed that choosing such a generic search term has given us an unmanageable number of results. To hopefully reduce the number of results, let's change our search term to something a little bit more specific. By changing gardening to community gardens, we make our search more specific and reduce the number of results. One way to make our search even more accurate is to put our search terms into quotations. Putting the terms in quotations tells the search engine to look for the words only as that phrase and not as individual words. This strategy works for any phrase and can be used with most search engines, such as other databases or Google. As we make our search more specific, you might start to notice that we're retrieving fewer book options and more journal or periodical results. Items labeled periodical are generally articles from magazines that the average person might read or subscribe to. Time magazine would be an example of this type of source. Results labeled academic journal are articles written by researchers or professionals in a specific field. These articles also go through the peer review process to ensure that the information contained in them is accurate. While we have already made our original search term more specific, one way to continue to reduce the number of results and narrow our search is to add a second term. For our example, I would like to know how community gardens affect health, so I will type in health as a second term. You may still feel like there are too many options. There are several steps you can take to provide even more focused results. First, we can limit our search to a specific type of publication. This can be helpful if your professor requires a certain type of source for your research. You can choose from the types that appear here, or you can click Show More for other options. For our example today, let's choose academic journals only. To make your search even more specific, you may also limit by date. Depending on your topic, you may want historical articles or only the most current. To retrieve older articles, drag the date slider backwards. In this case, let's say we only want articles published in the last 5 years. One more way to limit your search options is by using subject headings. You can choose from the list that appears here, or select Show More to see other options. Scroll through and see if any of the other subject headings can help you narrow down your search or find exactly the type of source you're hoping for. In this case, let's choose vegetables. By using all those limiters, we have narrowed our search to a reasonable number of results. We can scroll through and read each record to help us decide which articles might be most useful. Each record for an academic journal article contains the following information: title of the article, the author or authors, the journal title if the article was published in, the date published, page numbers, database that the article appears in, and the subjects addressed in the article. Articles can be read immediately if one of these phrases appears in the record. PDF full text, HTML full text through link source, or view full text through Gale Cengage Learning or another provider. If request through interlibrary loan appears, you will need to put in an interlibrary loan request and wait to receive the item. To learn more about an article, click on the title. From this screen, you will see all the information from the record as well as an abstract or description that will give you a summary of the article. To read the article, click on one of the links in the top left corner. It could be any of the phrases mentioned earlier. You can choose to read the article on your computer, download, print, or email it. Another very helpful feature of the Discovery Service is the ability to cite articles. Once you have found an article you plan to use in your paper, you can use the Cite tool to generate the citation for your works cited page. Just click on the paper icon. You can scroll through the different styles to find the one you need. Most likely that will be APA style or MLA style. Next, just copy and paste the citation into your works cited page. While the information in the citations is almost always accurate, the formatting is not. You should always check to be sure your entries are formatted properly before using them in your paper. To summarize, enter your search term and use quotations if you're searching for a phrase. Add a term if you feel like your results aren't specific enough. Use the limiters on the left-hand side to tailor your results even further. You can limit by type of publication, date published, and subject area, among other things. These are the features of the library's Discovery Service that most students use. There are other search options and features not covered in this tutorial that you are encouraged to explore. If you have any questions, please stop in and ask a librarian, call the library, or email. We are always happy to answer questions and help you with any of your research needs.